So I kind of wish you got to stay crazy for a while. I mean, that I just love in the first episode when you are discovered with the hair and
I think they needed to move on with this, advance the storyline.
I know, but it would have been fun to play like a slobbering lunatic for at least a couple episodes. It's the kind of thing I know that
Not
you would
just
have
in
enjoyed.
my real life.
Yes, exactly. To be able to extend that into your
Yeah,
professional life.
yeah.
But again, Lucretia's a very different animal now, even after that traumatic experience. Don't want to get into too much detail for those who have not yet seen it. But needless to say, she survived the first siege.
She did survive. Thanks to the media who keep showing up to talk to me.
Well, you were
Get me
twitching a
alive.
little, as I recall, in the last episode of the first siege. You were still twitching.
So they're like, no, Lucy, lie down, lie down, lie still. Oh, sorry. I was just giving me some choices.
Yes, you got coverage now.
Yeah,
So you survived. Poor John, not so much, but
I know.
You
It
don't
was hard to
survive
pretend this
decapitation.
was, just a flesh wound.
And then, of
I've
course,
missed him.
Yeah, I'll bet, because
I
you guys had
miss-
such a chemistry.
Yeah, I found it so easy to love him and to put him, to pretend he was Rob in this, to pretend he was my husband. It was such an easy
No,
relationship
come on, you
for
meant
us
me
to
really.
play. Hey?
You meant me really. Don't get your Rob mixed up. Anyway, I know. You guys from word one, you had such a great chemistry and such a
Yeah.
great relationship.
That was magical.
But
So
you had a lot
I
of
do
it,
miss
Justin.
the love
Yeah.
because there is precious little love for Lucretia.
Yeah.
And she's a very wretched character
Yeah,
when we find her. And throughout, though somebody does take a shine to her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's got to look for some friends, quick, smart.
Yeah.
And, of
But-
course, Olivia's no pushover anymore.
Yeah, and as an actor, it's great to have different colors to play because I mean that wonderful, bizarre, unique experience of doing that second season, that flashback where you could sort of do the actor archaeology and go back to find the earlier her, which was so fascinating for the audience and I imagine for you.
Yeah, just to show her when she had hope and had love and had potential for, and related to people in a way that we recognise.
Yeah.
And she was really just, her morality was sort of eaten away by circumstance. Her husband insisted that she serve up her slaves as sex objects for nasty parties, and it was not her choice at all. In fact, she fought it, but duty to her husband prevented her from.
And then and now we go to this complete change of circumstance for her.
Yeah.
And the whole dynamic has changed not only because she's been profoundly affected by this experience, but there's the whole oracle thing, which is yet another.
And yet that was seeded very early on. She was always religious.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense to me. Not everybody caught that in the first episodes, but she was always religious. So for her to, you know what happens? She has a kind of amnesia after this terrible trauma. So she doesn't know who she is or where she's been. So she's judging herself based on other people's reactions to her.
Yeah.
And if they react in a way that is adoring, she's going to say, I guess I'm an adorable person. Oh, well, now I'm playing that role. And that makes perfect sense to me.
It's a great gift for an actor to have a role like that you could just reinvent, and yet she's consistent. But there are so many aspects to her.
So many.
Just keep peeling away at that onion, and there's more Lucretia there.
And I get to have, Lucy, selfishly, for me to have this second life, this half-life when I go to work. And this year, I must say, I've been places so dark where I've never been before in acting, that it has wiped me out at the end of the show. Emotionally. I'm not in the way that sex scenes wipe me out, because that's just like, the stress of it. But this emotionally.
Yeah. Which is a far more intrusive kind of nudity.
Very intrusive. You're right, and very. You have to be really daring, because you can't be making it up. You can't be manufacturing. You have to go there. And as an actor, it's rare. It's really rare. Many shows people are complaining they're not writing shows for good parts for women. It's like, no complaints here, boy.
Yeah. And I think that's why I kind of wanted more of the Looney Lucy. Talk about just like a blank parchment to write on.
Yeah, the problem is that then I just want to go into shtick.
Yeah.
I just want to be crazy all the time.
Well, maybe there's a spin-off then. Well, you've done a prequel now. You could sort of do an intermediary
Yeah, we
show.
want to do the House of Bactiatus.
Lucretia, the crazy years.
Yeah. We want John to have a really lean year and filmed him, so that he's like comes back with his tail between his legs and says, "Yes, I want to be Bactiatus forever."
That's great. So, congratulations on the new season. I mean, the show is
Yeah,
as
good.
great as ever. Blood flying in all directions, as always.
Promise.
Unbelievable.
I promise you.
You know, if that was actual, all of it was actual real blood. I mean, I know a lot of it's computer generated. I mean, you'd be like 3 feet deep in it every day at the end of filming.
Yeah. I must say the last scene of the first season,
Yeah.
where there is the bloodbath when Spartacus rebels and
Yeah.
tricks, that was knee deep in blood.
Oh, yeah.
Quite often, though. It was the stickiest day of my life, including childbirth. Oh, nothing compared to going to work.
You know, I'm just thinking now, your on-screen experiences alone are completely unique to you. I mean, between Xena and this, and I mean, you've done stuff that no one ever will be able to do again, for real or for fake.
Well, I might be able to, but how many will be lucky enough? You know? You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that, because, you know, you just go along, and I'm constantly surprised. It's not like I ask for this stuff. It just happens to me, and I accept the challenge. But I have to remember how rich I am in experience of those.
There are women stuck
experiences.
playing like the girlfriend, you know.
Yeah.
That's not been a problem for you.
No, it has not.
And if you are the girlfriend, you're barking mad and
Yeah.
covered in blood. So it's 6 to 1, half dozen of the other.
You know, you should never ever ask Lucy to guest as your love interest on a show, because the next week your marriage will break up. You know, that's happened to me like 4 times.
Really?
Where I guessed on something, the next week they're getting divorced in the papers. It was Anthony Quinn, way back on Xena, Charlie Sheen.
That was your fault, huh?
It's just happenstance. Larry David. And who else? There was one more. Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, like, I am the bad luck fairy for marriages.
There are some people they call show killers.
Yeah.
You're apparently the relationship killer.
Death by matrimony. Yeah.
I can't think of a better way to go. I love you, my darling, so thank you for doing this.
My pleasure. Anytime. I thought you'd sick Bill Harrison on me. I'd lost you forever.
No way, man. You're mine. You're all mine.